Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Now I'm back on today because I'm doing some more work in this journal. I've been making some bits and pieces. I'll just fish them out and show you because they're very small. I made tiny weeny little journals, look. There's some of that fairy patterns, pictures. And then I've got tiny little, I think I might use them for pockets, don't know yet, or little tiny things to tuck in. I made this booklet by using one that I already had there, but I just glued a piece on the back and a piece on the front, so that wasn't that hard to do. And then you can just put that in a pocket or somewhere. It was already made, so I thought, well, I'll use that. It only just had the paper, it didn't have anything else on it. And then what else have I done? I've just done a few pieces like this. I've put backing on them because I wanted to use them as these are coming back in. Can't leave them out, they are beautiful. These are just bits I've been putting onto card to see what I can do with them after I've done that, okay? Doesn't that look awesome? I just love it. So it's all a variety of all the pretty things that I like, see? So it's just, and there's my booklet that I will be making a round one of. So it's just, I've just been in here doing just bits and pieces to see what I'm going to do next. And, you know, so I thought I'd turn the camera on before I run out of time and day and whatever. So I can show you, but I need to come in here and start first because I've got to get me mojo thingy going, you know. Anyway, so let's go have a quick squeeze through. There's just that there. What am I going to put here? I think I might put one of those. I'm thinking about making a journal, little journal to put in here at the front page. I'm thinking that would be what I want to do. So therefore now I'm going to have to find something to cover that with that I'm happy with, that it's only light, because this is it's a thick piece. I definitely think I need a cover on it, don't you? I'll leave that in there so I'll know what I'm up to with that bit. That's the idea for that. I like that flower there. I've got this next page and I put the little koala and the possum in there. And then we got that flip up there. And then the little Possum Creek kookaburra, he's going in there. I might do me edging. I think I should do some edges, do you think? What do you reckon? I don't know. Let's have a look a bit. Let's have a look, put a bit of green. I've been using this old paper. It's old paper. It's called, and it's a greeny colour, and I like it because I think I like the fact that it's the greeny colours. Okay, so that one can go in there. The koala bear can go with the fairy. See, she's quite happy with him. And these ones here, that's not a koala bear. That was that was wrong, wasn't it? Was that a platypus? No, that was a kookaburra. Ah dear. Ah, crikey. It's been a morning. I never went back to sleep again today. I thought I'd better not. Better get up and get back in here to this. So that looks pretty cool. You know what? I quite like these better than a tag. I don't know why, but I'm quite liking them better than a tag. So I've got some green on that and green on that. Now I'm leaving that one for journaling. I've got this one here for pretty plain, but that's okay. That's our bookmark. This is going to be left like that. There's a little tiny tear in there, so I patched it. That's what I do. I've got some. I was looking for somewhere to live. Look, they're at the front of this place here, and they got this is to let the pen in. So I'm putting this in here. It's nature. It's nature, and it's really interesting. So therefore, that's going in there too. Nature I find very interesting. I think we all do. Okay, lovely place, isn't it? Just having a little drink. You know what I'm drinking? Look at this. I'm really bad, aren't I? You know what this is? Creaming soda. Ooh, and I'm naughty, but I feel like something fizzy. I drink water all the time and a couple of cups of coffee a day. And the other day I thought I needed something fizzy. You know, you just feel like something fizzy. So I bought myself some cream soda. Okay, now Don't judge me, please. You know, you get old and everybody says, oh, you can't have that, you can't have that, don't have this. It probably will react with something in my body, you can bet. But it doesn't matter, I'll be fine. Oh, yes, now this piece here I was looking at. So we're coming over here, and I'm thinking I might have put this here. And I'm not going to leave it like that, though. I'm going to cut it out, I reckon. And I've got that bit there. Oh, yes, right. So the other day, hang on here, this is what we need to fix, because that's why I cut these out. That's why I stuck them and made these. I made these because I want them to go in here, okay? All these fairy cards are going in this, and this one is going on the back page because it's fairly heavy and thick, and it'll be a solid thing for there. So I finished putting it together, so I'm going to put the real glue on, and I'm only going to glue this. Don't glue that bit, because if you do that, you won't be able to get anything in here, okay? So I'm going to put some really... a good bit of solid glue, because this is a tiny bit heavy, but not that bad. It's not and I wanted to put it in here, and it does fit on the back page. You know, sometimes you think things might be too big, but they're not. It will work. So I'm going to put that down there. Don't know why I'm shaking there a bit, but just trying to aim it right. Okay, what's that there? Oh, that's me. It was sprayed. That's the spray. And that's on here too, so that's what that is. Now that one isn't going to stick down, and that's fair enough, because you can't stick that. How far does this go? Oh, up to there, righto. So you got to glue. I'm glued down under the back behind these pieces here, righto. That's what I have done. And you can see coming through the side here, piece of lace from there. It's just there. Under that bit peeping through. And there's a flower peeping through. So we don't want to accidentally take them off. They're thinking they're not the right thing to be there. Okay, so now I'm going to put... This is a really pretty fairy. Really beautiful, this mauve one. So this is going to be a journaling place. I know, like I said, I'd rather journaling things than tags. I don't know why. I feel... I don't know. But they look really... you can do whatever... You do whatever you like anyway. It doesn't matter what people make, it's our own thing, isn't it? Alright, so I've got to cut the corners off of this one. I think this one might have come out of a different paper pad. I've got two paper pads with fairies. This is a small one. I think she may have come out of there, I don't know for sure. So this says Believe in Magic, and then that one will go in there, like that. And then just for fun, we can put in one of these, look, but then it'll disappear. It'll disappear, we won't be able to find it again. What do you reckon? Won't go too far. Righto, put a bit of ink, a bit of green, a little bit of green ink. Don't want to overdo things. Could be a little bit crooked, don't you anybody say anything. But it doesn't matter, does it? Really doesn't matter. It's a little bit crooked. And then whoever gets them can do all their important writing on the back of these, can't they? Believe in Magic. And the small one here I will put in. What have I got left? Plenty. There's plenty here. There's plenty here. It's a little bit big, that one. Alright, is that there? Do I want this in here? No. I might find something directly put in there. I might just leave that one for a minute. You don't want to just go too far quick and too far too quick and then to change your mind. So see, that fits on there really good, see, and closes over, and then you've got all that space there that you can write on the back of these, and each one can have a personal message or something different behind the back of them, just for fun. That's how these journals are. Okay, now I want to put that pocket in there. This here, don't I? No. Where was I putting this? Oh, there's one in the front. Actually, I am going to put this in here too. This other journal. I might not have it that thick. Let's take a bit out of it. 3 pages is enough. So I'm going to have to build that one now. I'll build that journal. Alright, now I've got a few ideas here around me, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut it out because I want it to go in here somewhere. So let me look over here a bit. Okay, get the scissors and figure out exactly what I want to do with this. See, I've already made it into a tag thing, but I'm not a big fan of that, you know, so far. So I'm thinking I would really like the mushroom and these leaves here. You know, I mean, that's what I'm after, right? So let's have a go at this and see what happens. See what happens, eh? I'm cutting out those ones. Yes, it looks like I am, doesn't it? I'm going backwards. Why I'm doing that, I'll never know. To me, it's backwards anyway. You should start over here, Sonya. Okay. Like mushrooms. Love to eat them. Haven't had any for ages. I think they do. I know my mother used to always reckon they didn't agree with her, and I've got a funny feeling they don't agree with me either, but I don't want to say that, you know. You don't want to pretend that that's not true, I guess. You like something that's not fair if it doesn't make you feel good after you've eaten it. It's not good at all. It makes you not want to eat them again, that's for sure. They make you feel a bit crook. But I don't know. It's probably all in my mind. Actually, you know, mine's a very clever thing, isn't it? Anyway, right, look at that, that's better. I like it now. I'm doing a very good job of cutting it out here. It's not a bad day here in Australia. It's not too bad. It's not good. It's not. I'm not a big fan because it's not warm enough yet for me. I want it to be warmer. My body's still not happy with this. You know, you get up and your body goes, eh, because you just feel, oh no, not another cold old day. Cold and raining. Hubby wants rain because he's growing his lawn. And he wants rain. Now, you don't think I chopped too much of that off, do you? Do you want to take that bit there? It just depends what I'm going for, eh? It just depends what the look is that you're going for. Well, I don't know yet till I find it. You don't know what you want until you see it. This is what I reckon. Can't say, oh no, I don't want it to be like that, because you just don't know. I wonder if I can get this without it falling off there. Just cut it up a bit further. There you go. This is going to be one of them craft with Sonya videos, you know, because this is all I'm doing today. I'll do whatever takes me fancy, okay? Now I've got this one here that I really like too. This picture of these birds in this nest, and I'm going to do the same thing with this, I think. A bit of fussy cutting. I'm probably going to do a lot of layering and stuff. Just depends. You know, it just depends what you're working on and how you feel about your things. Oops. Oh dear. What'll I do about that? Keep going. You're right. It's right. It's still a bit there. I'm just going to go fastly around this for a minute. I'm going to leave the bottom of this flat. I want this bird to be cut out nice, if I can, without ruining him. Okay. Oh, I was going to buy some bird. I did buy some bird. Dyes last night. Won't be getting them for a while, I wouldn't imagine. But I did buy some because I've been looking for some for a while. And I don't believe I have actually got a couple of big ones, but I wanted some little birds. So there's part of the nest there, and there's his tail. Don't break his tail off. Maybe you can see what I'm doing here. You probably can't for all the stuff that's behind me. I like the way these leaves are here. I do like that. Just cut it, don't take it off. Alright? just cut this round here. Like that. And leave it there. Now come down here and cut this. But don't take it away from the rest of the picture. You never know what we might want to do with it, do you? Really? I don't know about this bit here. So I've got that cut away from there a bit. Don't want to lose the nest, keeping the bit of the nest. Don't ask me what I'm doing, I'm just thinking about this. It's all in the thought process somewhere out there. Give me a bit journal here. I think this is strong enough that it doesn't need anything behind it. I think that's strong enough to do as a tuck spot thing. I really think it doesn't need anything behind there. I think it's fine. Well, I did want to put it here, and I think it looks good. I do like that. And then I'll just go and fix up these. There's a few pointy pieces on here that's not quite, you know, you don't want the pointy bits. You know, just round them off a bit. Okay, and this here. I won't take that off completely because I need to know if I tuck down how much to glue down. You don't want to do it so it's not, and I need something behind that. I don't feel that it's quite right. Maybe it needs a bit of holy stuff. A bit of this holy stuff behind there. Make it seem a bit. Nope, that's wrong. What about something like this here too on it as well? On the page, a bit of that. The vine would not go around there, but it could go with something. What else have I got that I might just give it a lift along with? Let me see. Something orangish. Wow, that's going to bring the page up a bit, isn't it? Up and out there. I'll put it out there in the world. Maybe this one might be better. Yes, I do like that one. Now, a bit of lace on that would be good. Bit of lace on there. Or something, some such thing. This looks pretty cool. I do know what I'm going to do with that. Now, don't I? I do know what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to do this, no, wrong thing. I'm not measuring the right bit. I want to measure a piece of, a bit of this. Can be a piece of this, right? So I'm going to cut that off up there. And I'm going to just cut this up here. This is a bit of my stamping, collage stamping, hey. Now I've got this bit, and that's the length of the page, okay? And I shouldn't have cut off any of this here until I did what I'm going to do, should I? Actually, I'll have to cut it in half. It's too wide. We're going to do a bit of a pleaty thing. And I want, because this is so fine, I want something as a background. That's why I've got the paper to put it on, okay? And I'm going to, don't have to sew, You don't have to sew. I've never been a big fan of the sewing machine. Even though I know how to use it, I don't really find it, you know. Oh, my nose is really itchy, I'm sorry. Scratching and flying around here. It happens every time you're going to do something, doesn't it? Usually when you've got hands full of things, you get an itchy nose. Now, I'm going to have to put that on there and get something so I'm not going to end up glued to the thing. Where's that? Here we go. Before it dries, Sonya. Sometime today before it dries. Push up there a bit. Oh, that's not really going pleaty, is it? Oh dear. Wait a minute. We're going to do this. We'll do it this way. We go up there and bring it back down so it just has a sitting up bit. Righto. Here we go. I'll do as much as I can without sticking it too much. Getting everything stuck. And then we're going to take it up there, push that down there like that, and then bring it back here, like so. There you go, look at that. How easy is that, see? And you're not going to... Well, that one I just pushed up. It's not actually really together, is it, as much as what I think I'd like it to be? But then we don't want it too we're going to run out of stuff. That's not bad. That's not bad. A bit more glue. No problem in the shot here. Okay, so just take it up a little bit and bring it back down. Because this is very fine, it should glue every bit of it because it's only really thin and the glue should be going right through it all. Well, I don't mind that. That looks cute. That looks quite cute. Okay. I worried about something, you know me, I worry. I thought, oh dear, what if people don't like my style of work? And then I looked at some other people's too, and everybody's got their own style, and other people like other people's style. So it's, you know what I mean? That's weird what I'm saying. Now I'm getting a bit crooked, but it looks okay, doesn't it? I haven't. It's not continuously straight. It doesn't have to be. I made it a bit neater than what I would have liked to have done. Should have been a bit more messier, shouldn't it? Ah, Sonya. Should have been a bit messier. There you go, look, it come off really easy. It's not a good thing. Okay, let's try again. It wasn't dry, that's why. It will be in a minute though before I get anywhere else with it. Anyway, just push it up like this. That's better. Just do it like that. You're just too... It's forming too well. This is better. Oh, that looks good, doesn't it? I do like that. The way that is working. Yes, I certainly do. And this is going to be enough too. Now I've got to itch your eyebrows. Ah, dear. Hope everybody's okay. Hope you're all having a good day. And nobody's allowed to be sad, okay? We're having a really bad time in this world now. And we all get a bit down and out. I know we do, it's not good. All the sad things, all the people and being sick, and it's just really bad, isn't it? And it seems so. I know when you have some sort of thing in your country, you know, and it's bad, and you see it on the news, and you know, you think, oh dear, it's your place, you know, and you know all about it, and that, and then when you come and you see other people in other countries and that thing, you think, oh dear, you know, everybody's doing. It's really, for some reason, it seems really strange to me that we're all going through this at the same time. We always usually have something happening here or there, but it just seems so weird. I don't know. I can't explain how I feel about it. It just it's not a bad thing, but it's a good thing that we all know what's happening, but it's not a good thing that we're all going through this, is it? You know what I mean? It's hard to explain. It's very sad. That's all I know. And now I've made myself miserable. Now that was clever on me, wasn't it? Anyway, I don't know, what do you think? I don't know if that's working, and I don't know if this is too, there's a word for it, what would you say? Just too plain and ordinary. Let's have a go at putting a bit of this on there. Because it's see-through, it doesn't look very impressive, does it? Oh, I don't know, that looked better, doesn't it? How's that? Love that. But you know what? You probably won't think that this is a good thing I'm about to do, because you might want to do it, but I'm going to sew this on here because I hate it when the glue gets onto these little bubbles and it pulls off the stuff that's on it, and then it looks terrible. It really does. So if I'm going to make something, I want to, if I want to make something that I want to put out there in the world as my work, I would rather not make a mess of it, because I know that I've used this stuff before and that's what it does, and then I have to pull it off and it makes me angry, and not make me angry, it makes me sad that if it's wrecked it's no good. But this is not going to take very long, so all I've done is threaded a piece of a needle with a piece of thread, which is probably not long enough if I'm going to double it. Okay, and I didn't put that timing thing on. Oh dear, and I can't tell by the... I'm having to buy a new camera, people. It's just going to have to be. Because I need one that I can actually pause, because I don't... when you have incidents where you have to pause, and where I can... and it doesn't matter if this is not straight. Well, beyond the... And because the paper's behind it, it's easy to sew. Maybe the glue's not quite dry, but I'm putting the stitches down in between the little pearly things. I might have to go through close to one another just for a bit so you can't see the... There we go. Make sure you pull down your thread properly. Okay. And I'm doing it probably every 3 or 4 beads. Maybe 2 or 3 beads I'm going over. Hang on. Now, the issue with the thread coming undone is because the hole in the needle is way too big for the thread, and it'll keep pulling it out. But, if I'm careful, I should be right. Because that is quite annoying. It is. Because I don't want to thread it through something that I can't get it through. So, as I was talking about my style, I've got my own style. Everybody's got their own style. And everybody likes something different. We all are not the same. So I don't feel... I used to feel I had to do what everyone else was doing. Like, I should make it like that. I'm not doing it properly because it's not like that. And how that is. I don't know if you do, but you think, oh... But you know what? I've never really copied anything. I've made things by using techniques that other people have used, but I've never copied anything. And that's even... way back, even when I used to buy all the a lot of the craft magazines years ago, and there was only a couple of things I ever did that was only because I was learning the techniques when I was doing stump work. That's right, I'm supposed to show, what's the name, Catherine, no, it was Christina asked me if I could show you the little bird that I beaded his feathers. Well, I did ask hubby about getting it out. We'll have to do that later because it's on the wall, and then there's one in the cupboard out there in the kitchen. I'll have to do that next time if I remember. I'm sorry about that, Christine. I will show you how... Oh, well, I can show you how I did it, but I can also show you what I did. This looks pretty good, doesn't it? I quite like this. It would look all right in my lace and fabric one too, wouldn't it? Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah. It's worth the effort. I mean, if I was gluing this, I'd be... I would be in a state, wouldn't I? Because there'd be glue everywhere. The flat ones are okay to put down. You can do that with this, with the glue, the flat back pearls. But these are round ones, see? These are little round pearlies, and I really want to not wreck it. So I'm not saying anybody else would be either. If you want to put it down with glue, that's fine. If you're more careful than me, and you can do it, that's really good. If you're more careful than me. Right. Get that off there. And we now have one of these. Isn't that pretty? Really pretty. You make a knot, do a back. Oops, I went through the material, but I'm going to bring it back so it's not through there now. Okay, so if I'm going to, I might just leave a long tail on that and glue it. Or you can end it off if you want to, just go back through it, or just leave the tail on. Then when you glue it, it's going to glue down into the thing, isn't it? Now, is that going to go right with that page or not? Now that I've made it, I'm thinking it might need some other place to be. Okay, right, because this, to me, I need it to continue with a different colour. Yep, I need to put something different there. Oh, this is nice. That would have went good on that side, wouldn't it? But I'm not putting it over there. I'm going to keep that spare. I love that. Isn't that pretty? I do love that. Righto. How about here? We've got the blue. It's not matching in really good. I know there's matchy. People say matchy. I don't mind if it matches. Can't see a problem with that myself. It needs to be matching, I think. Okay, so we're going to put this over this side and this over here, and then not this, because I'm thinking that this is not, that's not working, I don't think, today. Let's find something else directly and see what we're going to put on there later. Okay, got glue strings everywhere here. Trying to get the glue off me. Oh, I went in the washer and it's all dried out now. So I'll put the glue on the back of this and that'll make sure that I've got that piece of string stuck there behind it. Okay, put some glue on, and so that'll also help hold on them beads. That when, you know, the cotton's all stuck down nicely behind it, isn't it? Where's my page? Right, that was nearly wrong, wasn't it? That was nearly different. There's got to be something else different that should probably go on this page. I don't know what it is yet. You know, not that. That's just not fitting there. Might put a butterfly or a different colour thingy up the top of there. But that just doesn't look right to me today. We'll find something though. Nobody panic. There'll be a thing to put there. Or we'll make it. I don't think there's anybody at the door. I hope not. Big wad of glue there. I was sitting here a while ago and I could hear something out there sounding like bottles, and I thought it was the man next door putting bottles in the bin, like, because he does put bottles in the bin a bit. And makes a clunking noise, you know. Anyway, Jeremy was up the street and he'd come home and he'd come in and he said, oh, somebody's left a box of bottles out there for you, or jars and things. Okay, so I was up the street the other day looking for some jars, and I only wanted some small ones or some really large ones, and I got some, and then I went in the can assist and I got some more, and when I come home somebody left 4 bags out the front, and now I'm sure it's the same lady just dropped off more. And you know, when you can be overpowered sometimes with some things, and I don't need any more. And I'll have to ring her after and tell her, or just say thank you or something. You know, I don't think this could go across here too. There might be just too much. It's way too far. Gone way too far there. So how about this? So anyway, I just feel I'm very grateful, but I only wanted to buy, I wanted to get some really small ones so I could put my beads and that in, and I wanted to get some really big ones to put some other things in, and it just, you know, it didn't work for me, did it? I've got too many now. But anyway, Jeremy said we'd put them, first lot he put in the shed, and he probably will put those in there. Maybe somewhere down the track we might want to use them for something. So that'll go that way, right? So it'll sit over the top of there, which that is lifting up, and that doesn't impress me. And I hope this is going to come out. I've had the lid on it. You know what? I should have put some stuff around here, shouldn't I? That'll be stuff being. Come on. Ink. Maybe I should have put some ink around the mushroom. I'm trying to get the glue to come out of my finger first to see what it does. I don't want to put it everywhere. I do not want to put it everywhere. Now that's stuck to me. I nearly went to stick this under the mushroom by mistake. This tiny bit sitting up here. Come on. Oh, it's there. I did it. Right. That little next door bear, his name is, I think. You know, that woof woof. I've never seen him. Never. He's been living there 3 or 4 weeks and I still haven't seen him yet. Ah, well, I'm sure he's a nice bloke. Okay, Jeremy says he was talking to our dog over the fence the other day. We have a tiny little thing that our daughter had. It's like a half Chihuahua, half Terrier. It was supposed to be a little fluffy thing, white, but it's brown in it. Anyway, she's about 7 or 8 years old, I think, and she's out there one side of the fence and he's peeping over at her. Hope he never gets in there because if one mouthful of her and he's dead. He's dead. He bite me dog, you know, he might choke on her because I suppose they can be friends over the fence. But I'd be more scared of her than what I would him if I was anybody because she likes to guard the house. She's a good dog. She does do what she's told, and that's really, like, you know, if you say to her, come here, she does. And Jeremy just says, dog, and she comes straight at him. You know, he's got her figured out, so she knows what she's supposed to be doing. And that can get down over there. Then you can't see his face. I don't know if that's going to stay in there, but that's what we're going to do with that one, okay? Now, I'm going to have to go because I don't know whether I've done much all of anything, but I need to go because I want to put another video up and I need to just keep working on this. So I'll be back in a minute and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed what we're doing, and I think it's turning out pretty. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.